let's get started here. So Trip opens up. This is a Dark Elf versus Team Fortress, by the way. Trip opens up, just getting some Void Monks out on the board. And so I've countered that by putting out a bunch of physical damage units. And you see he's puts out his Wraith on the board. Tells me he doesn't have really many units in his deck, and he gets his Void Monk in an aggressive position there. I knock the Void Monk back with the Soldier and drop my Medic out there to back up. And I draw a Spy and a respawn token. So he brings out a Necro and an Impaler there because he's got the Necro on the attack tile. He moves his Wraith back. Still no healer for him though. I run up with my Heavy and I just nail these 3 units with 4 shots. And get them all very far down. Kind of a mistake by him to leave that opening. And he eats the Void Monk here with his Wraith. Moves back. But the other Void Monk potions this Necro and drops another Necro on the board. So he's clearly trying to turn cards really fast. And I just take the other Void Monk off the board because Void Monks are pretty important in this matchup. And having 2 Void Monks off the board really this early is amazing for Team Fortress. He responds by taking my Soldier off the board up top. And I retreat my Heavy to safety and get a Sniper on the attack tile and put my Pyro out there. And I draw some more stuff. He finally gets a Priestess, and he's going to move his Impaler up to threaten this Spy here. And so I just I develop a little bit more, and I put get a Pyro up on this defense tile with a Sandwich to threaten a lot of the board. And he starts to move stuff down a bit, put some items on the board there, and he also soul bombs he soul bombs this box here to buff the HP of his units a bunch. I just keep developing, putting more units on the board and blocking access to the Pyro here. I draw more stuff. So he's going to take a Soldier off the board there, and it's well out of range of my Medic being able to heal it. But I respond by KOing a Necro down there and getting my Heavy up. And I think I actually brought it down with the Sniper on the attack tile, not the actual Heavy. Snipers on attack tiles are good. And so he just heals up and moves out of the way, because you can see I've got this row here pretty well covered with the Snipers. And he also moves his Impaler back to keep it safe from the Heavy here. He attacks the Heavy as well to bring its HP down a bit. And so I just retreat and I start engineering things. So I buff up the Pyro and I buff up the Spy. And I draw another Heavy. So he spends his turn. He gets another Impaler on the board, drops another Necro, and heals up this Necro here. So a quiet turn, and I double snipe this Impaler, and then I move the Heavy up to here, and then I move the Heavy back. The nice thing about this synergy here is this is the Sniper does 350. Plus 100 for the tactile, plus 350 for the other tactile, or for the other Sniper, and that's 800. So I'm actually able to 2-shot this Impaler, and then I'm able to move my Heavy up and move my Heavy back, and that's that turn. So now he brings his Wraith up, puts some more upgrades on that. Also drops a Soul Gem onto this Necro here, so get its HP up. And I go bananas, and I move my Pyro up here. I stomp the Priestess, and I KO the Wraith here. And I'll talk a lot about this move later on. because this is a really important move in the match. He soul bombs to revive his wraith, and then uses a scroll and eats my pyro, and then moves back. And I just counter this by putting more units on the board, and now I've upgraded my heavy as well. The engineer upgrades it. So now he's sorted the wraith there. He's got another priestess out. I think he healed up the wraith a bit too, but it's a development turn for him. I put the Durati on the wraith here, and I move this heavy down away from the wraith, and I gotta move my engineer out of the way and get my spy up here, so that I'm blocking the ranged attacks. So he actually moves up here, hits my spy twice, and then retreats to the square. Even with the Durati on the wraith, it's still really, really strong. It's got a lot of HP, so I'm not actually able to kill it, even with these units I've got on the board. And so now I move my heavy up to block this spy, because I don't actually have enough AP to heal it up all the way, because I need to get a threat out to deal with the heavy, or to deal with the wraith rather. I've upgraded this this engineer as well, because the physical damage is going to help block. And I'll kind of talk about the sequence in detail more later on. There's a lot of math that went into these plays. And so he decides to scroll kill the heavy and then move back. And now this wraith is at max rank, so it's going to do 600 damage a hit, which is ridiculous and scary. It's got like a ton of HP too. So I respond by moving my spy up here, and then I link up the engineer, and then I've also got my my scout up to block for this spy that's damage. And so he just he eats my scout here and then runs away. So now I'm able to heal up this spy a little bit. I get the sniper down here. And I also bring out this this heavy that I had in my hand, and I get it upgraded by the engineer. And that wraith, you can see the stats on it. It is quite massive, 1395 HP. We'll talk a little bit more about the implications of that as I go through it in detail. And so this spot's no longer safe due to my sniper, so Trip moves the wraith back up here and brings out the Void Monk to screen for it, to protect it from the sniper. And now I just I KO this Void Monk with my upgraded engineer here. And he heals the Void Monk and retreats the wraith as well, because this engineer is quite scary. I get my second medic out on the board and up here on the attack tile, and move my heavy up, move my spy up, move my soldier over. There's a development turn, but I'm developing my positioning. Oh, that's zoomed in. Interesting. Oh, I guess I see what happened here. Okay, well, I switched computers that I was taking the screenshots on, so the resolution is going to change. So bear with me. I don't know if I can't really stretch it vertically. Yeah, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, well, we'll just roll with it. So he finished healing up his Void Monk and now has brought it back up to cover this the Necro. And so, oops, I think I missed a turn here. Because this was actually after my turn. I think I missed like 2 turns here, but oh well. Basically, he moved forward and he punched, on his turn, he moved the Void Monk forward here and punched these units, which took the link off of the Engineer. So now I move the Heavy forward and I hit all these guys, which does a lot of damage. Because there's certain situations where the Heavy can actually hit this corner unit here, and not just these 3. It actually gets all 4 of these. He responds by potioning the Void Monk here, and he's going to sword the Necro, and then he's going to hit the Heavy 3 times, and that will heal up the Necro as well. So I move forward with my medic, heal the Heavy, and then take more pot shots at these units and bring them down further. And so he lets this Necro die, and saves this Impaler, and then stomps the Heavy. And now I take the Void Monk off the board here, with the Engineer, I believe, is what I used to take it off. And he stomps my Scout, and also heals up this back Impaler. And he moved the Necro down as well. So now I spend my turn. I retreat a little bit because all his Void Monks are dead, and now I can kind of retreat into my hole a little bit. And get healed up. So I move a bunch of my units back, and I also start buffing up this Demo Man. He makes a really strong play here. Gets this Wraith in position to threaten my sandwiched Spy here, which I can't move without getting rid of the sandwich. He brings the Necro in front of it, and he's got these 2 annoying little I don't know even what phantoms. They're called phantoms. Yeah, he's got those kind of blocking everything. And so I move the Engineer up and just KO that Necro to protect my Spy. And he then takes the Engineer and stomps it with this Necro, and then sends the Phantom rather back onto my defense tile to block this sniper shot. So I move this Spy up now because I need to use the Spy to defend this Spy. Spies defending Spies. And then I also take some sniper shots on the Impaler there. And he's able to go 1 with the Wraith, 2 and 3 to kill the Spy, move back, and then stomp with this Phantom here. It's a pretty sneaky move there to take my Spy off the board. It was a mistake by me. I didn't see that possibility. So in response, I'm able to take the Impaler off the board with a double snipe. But now he takes my Sniper out, and I Girardi snipe his Impaler, stomp it with my sandwiched Spy, and then retreat. So I'm out of Girardis now. He KOs the Spy and moves the Wraith up here. So he went 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back. So now I get a link up on this Demo Man. I heal my Spy back up to full, and I deploy this Pyro on the board. he takes the spy out completely and moves the wraith up in this corner. But now I'm actually able to double link onto this demo man here, and with a double link, I can actually kill this pyro, or I'm sorry, kill the wraith in one hit, and I'm able to take that off the board. So he's actually only down to 3 units against my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 respawn tokens. So 3 against 7. But this Necromancer has a ton of HP, and I have no Jiratis left, and only magic damage units remaining, other than this engineer. So he goes ahead and takes the demo man off the board, and I respond by engineering up my units here. He KOs my demo man, and I heal up and I link to the pyro, but he's just able to take my demo man off the board and then move out of range of my pyro. And so now the math works out that I can't really kill this Necromancer very easily. So I'm forced to back myself into a corner with a bunch of links in my remaining units. And he spends a turn moving around and sorting up this priestess now, because he had a 1 sword remaining. And all I can do is put this sniper on the attack tile, which he's able to take out and block with a shadow, or with a phantom. And all I can do is save the sniper with a respawn token and damage the I can damage the necro, but I can't kill it. And so he is able to KO my pyro and then run away, which is also healing his necro. So I heal it back up, but he's able to take my attack tile, take out my pyro, and from there I was not able to overcome the sheer HP on that necro, and that was the game.